Hello, I'm Avan Jogia.
And I'm Erinn Westbrook. Welcome to RealWorks. Filmmaker Cheyenne Murray has always felt different from the people around her. But instead of feeling insecure, this remarkable young woman embraces who she is and inspires others to keep calm, speak out, and rise up.
I always thought that people were supposed to be nice to each other, but that's not always that case. At least it wasn't for me 2 years ago. I was always known to be this lonely and intelligent kid who has so much to offer in life. I was trying to find myself while hoping people would like me. This is where my torture began. I was in gym class, and we were playing hockey, and this girl I was sitting next to was just making rumors saying I was over-emotional, that I was gay. She said it so loud that everyone in the entire gym heard her. I remember running to the bathroom trying to prevent the tears from falling down my face. At the time, I didn't feel like anything was wrong with me, and I didn't feel like I did anything to anybody. I was just an average kid trying to come to school, get an education, and go home and not have to worry about anything happening to me. It's like I wanted a normal life. I remember hanging out with some of my best friends, and my classmates would say I was dating or I liked them. I remember getting so angry I almost lost all my good friends to these rumors. My classmates took control of my state of mind and how I viewed being gay. I kind of hated myself. I put myself out there, and I felt that if I wasn't a lesbian, this would have never occurred. I did believe that what the bullies were saying were absolutely true, that I was nothing but a lesbian, that everything would go wrong. You feel like you're a slave, that you're a slave to them, that you're controlled and you can't do anything about it. You can't break free of it. I remember going to my guidance counselor in January 2012. She told my principal about the situation. I remember my principal storming into the room, making us say our Solace Creed and telling us that our class was the worst. As soon as the principal left, they knew and pointed a finger at me. I got switched into another class. It was the middle of the school year. I'm completely lost in science, and all my grades in social studies and science and mathematics started to decrease. At a time, I was at a 70 average for one of my classes, and it was like, this was never me. I was always an 85, 90 student, and I didn't know that the bullying would completely drop me down from being that high to that low. Bullying is gonna happen, whether you like it or not. I had an epiphany, like, it's gonna happen. A lot of people probably suffered through this. I'm not the only one. And I just had to eventually say that, okay, these people are going to say stuff about me, but what about the people I have behind me? My mom and my family, the knowing that they supported me with me being gay, and that they were willing to help me go through the process. Like, my mom was actually willing to help me. We were actually going to find, and we're still searching to this day, a support system, a support group for both parents and LGBT members to understand the situation more. And my aunt loved me enough to take me to the Pride Parade. My friends, like a lot of them said that it's okay that you are who you are, and we're still gonna love you for that. As long as you know you have that support system, knowing that you have those people that are going to love you and accept you, and you know you have that strong support system by your side, you can understand that you're not alone. You can learn to love yourself. All I could say, it's just gonna take time. Since I take the train every morning to go to school, I would see like little things, a mosque, a church, or even the pride flag that's always sticking in somebody's window. It brings up my spirit because I know that at least there's someone like me, or there's somebody that wants to support others like me, or just wants to support others overall, and like people can feel proud to be who they are. And knowing that that's possible means I can do the same.
A maiden fair from the west came down, clad in a dress of the brightest brown. 'Twas trimmed all over with silvery frill, spangled with white like ripple and rill. If ye gazed into her crystal eye with a liquid glance, she passed.
Here at RealWorks, and we're doing an interview with Cheyenne Murray, who made a film called Keep Calm, Speak Out, and Rise Up. And we're going to be talking to her about her film. So, hi Cheyenne, how you doing?
I'm alright.
You good?
Yeah.
What made you want to talk about this subject? Why is it personal to you?
I was experiencing bullying when I was in 7th grade, and it stuck with me for so many years so far. Though it happened probably 2-3 years ago, it stuck with me. I wanted people to understand that it's okay to be who you are, and obviously I never got that opportunity. I always got picked on for who I was, for being a lesbian, and people eventually learned to take advantage of me and control me. And
Right, and this is only a couple of years ago, right? So you're in what grade now?
I'm in 10th grade.
So this is middle school-ish.
Yeah.
What was your response from some of the people that saw the film, like classmates? Did you show it to people in school?
Yeah. Like so many people, even now that I'm in high school, I showed it to a couple of people, and a lot of them couldn't believe I went through that. And like, they say, you're such a happy person now. And I'm like, there was a time when I wasn't happy. I was horrified to go to school. And they was like, you're one person that I see is gotten stronger throughout all those years. And
that's great, and it's nice. I mean, like, it's so good that the film is so well made, and it's nice to have something that you can be like. So, what do you think was the thing that supported you the most, like made you feel supported and loved and cared for? And
I eventually had a couple of friends who I came out to when I was younger, and then I eventually told my mom, which wasn't the best coming out story, and just having their love and their support, and it's like that just comforted me so much, and I was okay, and I was able to talk to people and not worry about what's going to happen next.
I love the theme that you roll over in the film, which is bullies don't go away. What gets better is the people around you that you lean on for support and care and love.
Absolutely.
And I think that's universal through anyone going through any kind of struggle. It's like, you know, the hardship, like the thing doesn't maybe get better, but it gets a little bit more, feel more supported by the people around you. What would you say to some younger people, younger than yourself, same age about 2 years ago, like what to do when you know, confronted with bullying?
You know, people constantly said, you know, just like, if it's really not that bad, turn away and pretend like it never happened. But I would recommend don't do that, because that's gonna bottle up inside you. It bottled up inside me, and then I came to a point like, you need to say something, and that's what you do. Don't be afraid. Though the bully is gonna probably find out, or they don't find out even. It's better to know that you have somebody who already knows the situation and can help you than to let it bottle up and try to solve it yourself.
Great.
So that's the best advice I can give anybody.
That's great advice. Cool. It was lovely talking to you. Now, our last film is from a young woman who fought against the odds of a crippling disease and won. Here's Strength.
How many times do you have to hear something before you actually believe it? My name is Asta, and my friends call me Star. And throughout my life, I was defined in a negative way by my disability.
I was born with spastic cerebral palsy, which is a walking disability that causes stiffness in my legs. And I'm only expected to live to the age of 45, which is not enough time for me. Growing up for me was sometimes challenging. People call me crippled or try to imitate the way I walk. As I was younger, it got to me. But now I choose to laugh about it when people still do it. I feel like in this world, I am more judged for what people believe I'm capable of or the way I walk than who I really am as a person.
3, 2, 1.
It really upsets me because that's when it really becomes crippling by taking away a part of my independence. Who am I? What am I? Since the age of 4, I have been raised in a foster home. And at 12, I got adopted. I never knew what happened to my biological family. Only that I have a twin sister out there somewhere. And it never really bothered me so much because I always looked at Lavonda as my real mother. She was one of the biggest influences in my life. She taught me how to walk at the age of 5. She taught me independence. She would always say to me, if I was to die today or tomorrow, you'll be able to take care of yourself. Well, on December 14, 2008, she passed away from diabetes. I was 14 years old and just basically starting high school. Many nights I used to cry myself to sleep, not knowing how my life would be and not wanting to be bothered by anyone. I didn't know if this was supposed to be an ending or just a new beginning to my life. After months of grieving, therapy, and praying, I managed to get myself together little by little. Not me only being disabled and an African-American woman, having to fight harder for what I want in life. My challenge is no longer what society thinks of me. I accept me for me, and that's what matters. I graduated high school at the age of 17 and made a dedicated commitment to keep striving for independence by following my dreams even when negativity keeps trying to become my partner. It's not where you come from, how much you make, or what you own that should matter, but where you are going by the life you choose to live. Who am I? I am self-confidence. What am I? I'm stronger today to be fully prepared for a better tomorrow.
Unfortunately for many teens, violence and loss are not stories about faraway places, but realities that play out in their neighborhoods every day. Filmmaker Dimitri Tucker has experienced more than his share of loss due to gun violence. Here's Life Ain't Promised.
25 people shot in a span of just about 48 hours, and the Daily News is reporting this weekend's crime scenes make up about 5% of the city's 440 shootings.
I think that it's happening each and every day, but it certainly seems that way.
A 15-year-old was also shot in Brownsville over the weekend, and who can forget an 11-year-old girl remains in the hospital. She's the victim of a stray bullet. She was shot in the neck, and we are told that by her family that she may never walk again.
My name is Dimitri Tucker. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush. Marcel was a dude that went to school, junior high school with me. And we was in the junior high school, it was supposed to be 6th to 8th, but he didn't make it to 8th grade. He wasn't that big, he was type skinny. And he got stabbed. He ended up getting stabbed before he hit the floor in the side. So it must have hit an artery in the side, and it was just eternal bleeding. And they thought he was still gonna make it, he was still gonna be alive, but he was dead on the spot. He lost so much blood and broke so much bones hitting that floor that it wasn't even a chance for him.
He wasn't a fighter, like, he wasn't like about all that type of life. I mean, like when I heard about it, it was like him. It was like something that I just didn't expect to happen.
Do you think he was too young when he died?
Yeah, he was really way too young. He's younger than me.
How was it when you went to the funeral?
Man, I think that was like the worst part. Like just seeing his body, like looking at his body. He still looked like young. I mean, he still looked the same. That's what even made it like the situation worse.
This is the last conversation I had with him was right here. The last conversation that we ever had was right here with me telling him, you know, don't join the gang and, you know, don't take that thing too serious because I never did or whatever. It's right here in that yard. This is where all the memories at.
I mean, when the situation happened, I ain't gonna lie, I panicked, you know? Family member got stabbed up. Who wanna see their parent, you know, a relative get stabbed up? So it was hard, man. It was nerve-wracking, and I wanted to go out there and, you know, kill a person. Life ain't promised tomorrow.
Why you feel like life ain't promised? Like, is it?
I mean, you can go at any time, man. You can go at any time. For any reason. You might not even be caught up in the situation that other people going through. You just walking by and, you know, somebody pull out a gun and shoot and the bullet misses the person and hits you.
And what's your name?
Monique for French.
And who is feeling in relations to you?
My oldest sister.
More expected to see, like, your older son, you know, knowing that when they be in the streets and whatever. But to see a daughter that has something going for herself, just graduated out of college, plan on going back to get her bachelor's, just open up to the world. It's just like, how? Her boyfriend called me and told me, like, he called and was like, Manifa, Fina just got shot. And I'm like, what? Fina just got shot. You're lying. I'm like, swear to your mother. Because he played like that. So I'm like, swear to your mother. He like, I swear to my mother, Fina just got shot. Fina just got shot. Basically, she was an innocent bystander, just going to the store, minding her business, and end up getting hit in the crossfire in her back.
My last words was, I got hit. I got hit. And he said she just dropped.
Like, how that put a toll on you?
Bad.
I almost went in labor in the same hospital she got pronounced dead in. It was mad stressful. It was just too much to handle at the moment. I ain't even want to be here no more.
When you say that, what you mean?
It felt like my world ended, like it was me.
This day, like, do you think about it? Like,
yeah. I try not to sometimes. For the simple fact I gotta be strong for my daughter. But as far as otherwise, no, it hurts. Cause we was very close.
Personally, it's crazy when you got so much people losing their life. When I heard that about Fina, I was like, that was crazy.
I'll tell her I love her. I miss her. She was right. I wish she was still here. I wish she was here to throw her famous baby shower.
Do you still wish that Fina was here?
Yes.
Like, what are the things that you think about her life?
She was nice.
Think about your future. What, you want to be in jail your whole life? Or you want to be out getting money, being successful in life? It's not hard to choose one.
If you want to start off new or fresh in your life and be known as somebody in your life after being hit so hard or whether you never had it easy, the troubles, everything that you've been going through, once you actually take a step in the door, trying to get back your education, whether you was a dropout, you know, because I dropped out of school type young, so I ain't getting no high school diploma or nothing like that. So the only step or chance I had was coming here to get my GED and hopefully to use that to the best of my advantage to get a nice job or anything like that. So just in case anything do happen, I can provide for my family.
I can learn from the mistakes that other people made and better myself. So I just gotta keep pushing, you know, finish school, do what I gotta do.
If you had this one day to see the person you lost, what would you say to that person?
I want them back, like, it wasn't their time.
Some of the things that she told you to do.
Finish school, get my stuff together, make sure everything is good for me and my kid. Take care of my mother. They say that the good die young.
Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you for joining us.
See you next time on RealWorks.